The one-round NBA playoffs 2020 games and highlights coming up next.
The first round of the NBA playoffs continues as we gear up for game number 4 out east. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Pistons as they enter play. They lead this series 2-1 with a chance to get a step closer to moving on at home in game 4.
And this has been a back-and-forth seesaw kind of series. It's had a little bit of everything now. But I think Game 4 is where the rubber starts to meet the road. This is where the intensity really starts to pick up, and I think we'll see that tonight.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
To Matthews. To Lopez. Short jumper won't fall.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Short jumper off the mark. 4-3. That's a heady play for Chris Middleton. Hand in his face, he still buries the 3.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the 3.
Rose to Griffin. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Bledsoe to Matthews. Nice pass to set things up.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Oh, look out. Blake Griffin, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Count the basket at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Rose to Luke Kennard. Down low for Griffin. scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Giannis Antetokounmpo gets a look. Can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Rose. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Giannis in control of the basketball. They're down 3. To Matthews. Here's a chance from long range. Well contested. Wesley Matthews can't hit it. To Drummond. From the painted area, won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Griffin. And look out. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Now a whistle. And we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Game 4 Brooklyn Nets 4-1 Orlando Magic 3-3 final.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Griffin. Easy path to the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs spit, and that's the game.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. It's Detroit's ball. Cash is in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly
Game
button.
6 Brooklyn Nets 4-1 Orlando Magic 3-3 final.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Jackson to Beasley. The drive right to the basket. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
And the nice finish at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Giannis blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. We're 1 quarter down in Game 4. Jay and I are back after this. It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. About to start the second quarter. Both teams very productive offensively at the outset.
It was great to watch, and both teams were on fire. But, Ed, let me bring you inside one of the huddles. These teams are fiery. I heard one player say, we got to draw a line. We got to fight. We got to continue to compete. Get up in somebody's face. The effort will be there in the second quarter.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Jackson to Beasley. Screen coming to Drummond. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo. And it's Griffin there to clear the rebound. Here comes the screen to Griffin. Shot from the lane won't go. Giannis with it up top. Down 2. George Hill. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Jackson. To Beasley. Nothing going here on that drive. Lays it up and in.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down just a couple. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Jackson. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
We're going to see a team take the lead here?
Has a look. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. To Beasley. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. To Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Rose. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
George Hill. He's 2 for 2 now.
One can make the case he might be glad he didn't get the and one.
Rose to Griffin. Here comes the screen. Griffin. Short jumper won't go down. To Hill. Kennard to Rose. To the rim, lays it up and in.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
George Hill, 3 for 3 in this first half.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Giannis with it up top. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Shot clock winding down. Adetokunbo hits the trifecta.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Pistons have it. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from in close, no good. Matthews to Middleton. Greek Freak for 2. Not that time. Rose into the front court. 5-point game. Oh, a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play...
Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish. And the first half has come to an end. We reached halftime here in Game 4. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Fellas, Jalen here with your halftime report. The Bucks entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Pistons were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game.
First half stats.
Game 6 Minnesota Timberwolves 2-9 Los Angeles Clippers 3-4 final.
Adetokunbo has been a defensive force in this matchup. If he's not stealing the ball, he's swatting it. And that combination has made for an incredible half.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Bucks basketball. Surveys the floor.
Game 6 Los Angeles Lakers 5-5 Portland Trail Blazers 3-6 final.
Antetokounmpo won't go down. Giannis Antetokounmpo, huge block. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. And throws it down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Rose into the front court. His guys down by 9. From the painted area, won't go down. Matthews. Yes, Wesley Matthews. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Rose to Griffin. Can't connect from in close. Andre Drummond rejects it. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Matthews. Now that's a contest. Kennard to Drummond. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Rose. Down to Griffin. Slam dunk. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
To Antetokounmpo. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
To Rose. And abuses the rim. Big finish for Andre Drummond. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Rose to Luke Kennard. Griffin to Luke Kennard. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Goes to the left side. Griffin to Rose. Fires the 3. Rare 3 for Rose. Defense was ready. Brook Lopez able to recover with the block. Another shot stays out. To Antetokounmpo. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to shuffle things up. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Jackson to Drummond. Brook Lopez with the block. That's out. Last touch by Brook Lopez. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Bledsoe. Rebound Drummond. Oh, I missed a short one there. Terrific vision. Middleton. That no good. Off the mark. To Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Deep three at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Bucks in front. Pistons basketball here to start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Here comes the screen. Griffin to Drummond. And count the basket.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Gasol. Short jumper misses. Rose to Luke Kennard. Cruises inside for 2.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Adetokunbo to George Hill. Lets it fly from long range. George Hill forcing that one. Well defended. Kennard to Griffin. Flushes it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Giannis Adetokunbo at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. And the free throw is good. 3 points on that trip. Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Rose to Drummond. Sizing up the defense. You've got to get that one to go. Bledsoe with the basketball. His team up by 1. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Eric Bledsoe trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Drummond. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Probing the defense. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. And counted at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Rose on the drive, but it won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Antetokounmpo. Griffin to Drummond. And the 2 for Blake Griffin.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Matthews picked up by Derrick Rose. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Substitution being made in this one. Griffin to Drummond. Slams it down. And boy, that was a lot to navigate.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
The Bucks at the controls. Big finish. Full head of steam that time.
No excuse to not be a little bit more physical there on the defensive end. Needed that stop.
Jackson with it. His guys trail now by 4. Here comes the screen. Jackson to Drummond. Ferocious slam inside.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Rose into the front court. Trailing by 4. To Drummond. Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Nothing going here on that drive. Antetokounmpo. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you can do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
Stuffs it down with authority. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Pistons ball here. Rose to Griffin. Rose has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Bledsoe. Trying to cash in. Eric Bledsoe. He's now 5 for 6. Now the Pistons going to use a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Griffin to Rose. Kennard to Griffin. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
This is why teammates love him. Yeah, that was an aggressive play, but you're also sending a message, setting the tone. You can't half-step on that.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Long key from three-quarters court. The Bucks claim victory. They've seized control of the 7-game series as they run out to a 3-games-to-1 lead. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks edged out a close victory in today's game. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Pistons must be devastated after such a close loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard.
Game trap. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
I'll take Tacumpo. Put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose.
Game
signing
4
out.
Milwaukee Bucks 6-2 Detroit Pistons 5-4 final.